Hello, welcome back. So today I'm going to try something that sensible gilders may have avoided for centuries. What I'm going to attempt today is putting a layer of real gold leaf over an imitation gold leaf base. I don't know if it's going to work. Stick with me. So why am I doing this? Well, basically a couple of years ago I had this extraordinary opportunity to do a couple of canvases in real gold leaf, and I went ahead with so much enthusiasm and confidence, and I hadn't anticipated that using real gold is very different to imitation. So I had to buy all the gold leaf again, and at vast expense. Real gold leaf is very expensive. Imitation gold leaf is very affordable. So recently I made a video, which you might want to check out, called No Lines, where I explained this technique which I sort of patented, where I applied 2 layers of imitation leaf to create a seamless effect. And at that time I actually had a lot of engagement and response, and I had questions asking, hey, couldn't I save money by applying imitation underneath and real gold on top? And it's something that I had thought of myself as well. So I finally got around to conducting this experiment. I went into my gold leaf laboratory, got quite anxious, had butterflies in my tummy, got out all of my beautiful gold leaf tools which had been sitting gathering dust for over a year. So stick with me and let's see what the results were and whether it was worth it. Oh yes, and I also painted a tiny little deer. Isn't he adorable? So I'm very briefly going to just zoom through how I applied the imitation gold leaf to the wooden panel using my favourite products, all of which I will link in the description below because I often get asked what materials to use, and these are my tried and tested favourites. If you've been to my channel before, you know that I specialise in teaching you how to use imitation leaf. And so I have got so many videos. If you're new to gold leaf, I would recommend going to one of my playlists, Gold Leaf for Beginners, going to teach you everything you need to know to get started. So for the purpose of this video, we're kind of going to zoom through this bit because the real nugget of this video is, does it work putting real over imitation? So I'm going to cover this panel with imitation, make it look really lovely, and then we'll be ready to move into our experiment. As I got more involved with my experiment, I thought I need this layer to be absolutely perfect. So I made a decision to get out my very, very fine wire wool and a bit of sandpaper and just try and work on any areas where I felt there were any glitches. This step was very important, and I had to actually go and do a lot of research and watch some videos to figure out what to do for the best. So when you use imitation gold leaf, you need to seal it because it can tarnish over time. And obviously we can't have our imitation gold leaf tarnishing underneath our real gold. So I decided to use a product called Kolner Leaf Protect. And I'm going to apply a very thin layer of that over the imitation, and I'll need to let that dry for several hours before we can move on to the real gold leaf application. So now we're going to apply a different type of size for the real gold leaf. We're going to use an oil-based size. So I'm going to brush on a layer as thinly as I can, and then we will discuss drying times. Oil-based size comes in different drying times, and mine is called a 3-hour size. But it doesn't take exactly 3 hours, so really that depends on the humidity and temperature of your work area. So basically it could be ready within 2 hours, or it could take as long as 4 hours to get to the perfect state of tackiness. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set a timer for 2 hours, and then I'm going to come and test it every 20 minutes. And I have been learning about the knuckle test, so I'm going to show you that. And that helps us discover when the oil is exactly ready for the gold leaf. whilst we're waiting for the size to go to the perfect state of tackiness, let's get out all my lovely ceremonial tools. This is a fantastic kit which I was given about 7 years ago as a birthday present, because I've always loved gold, but I hadn't really entered into the gold leaf game at that stage. So this is 23.5 carat, but I'm actually using 24 carat gold for my project. But this is the one in the set, and look at that colour. It's just so warm and gorgeous, but so incredibly delicate and thin. So the tools that you need are a gilder's tip, which you sort of rub a little bit onto your hand and it gets a bit of oil and then it can pick up the gold. And then we have the gilder's knife, which you can cut the gold leaf with. Sounds crazy. And then this is a little squirrel hair brush which you can use for brushing away, and it's incredibly soft and delicate. And then this is the gilder's cushion. I mean, this has been the same for centuries, these tools. So it's a leather cushion with this parchment which you can put up so that it becomes like a little shield so stuff doesn't blow away. And then you can cut the gold on the leather cushion. I mean, I'm procrastinating because I really just need to get down to it, don't I? So this is the 24 karat gold that I'm going to be using. Now, because I'm so out of practice, I need to experiment with how I'm going to actually lay down these gold leaf sheets. And I tried really hard with the gilder's tip, as in picking it up, a whole sheet, but I just couldn't get it to lay flat on the surface, and I ruined a sheet and thought, okay, I need to try something else. So I'm actually going to make my own transfer sheets. So you can use any type of wax paper, just baking paper, and then you just rub it on your sleeve to get a bit of friction and static, and then you can pick up the gold leaf and it sticks to the back of the paper. You can actually buy gold leaf as transfer sheets. They are a little more expensive, but not much. But I realized that the gold leaf that I had was loose leaf, so you can easily make your own transfers. So yeah, I was quite excited about that discovery. So then I felt a little more confident to get started. Ooh. So I think that squeak means we're good, because we're nearly at 3 hours and I've been checking it like every 20-ish minutes since 2 hours. I've got no residue on my knuckle, and obviously you don't want to leave it to get too dried out. I'm nervous. Anyway, let's do it. Let's get the gold on the panel. So we are finally ready to start to apply the real gold leaf. I must say I'm a little bit nervous, butterflies in my tummy, but I am going to be so bold, and I'm going to put each sheet of gold leaf onto the cushion, and then I'm going to pick it up using my transfer technique, where I've applied some static to the wax paper, which will pick up the gold leaf, and then I'll be able to place it face down. And you'll find that the transfer technique is much easier for putting gold leaf onto a flat surface. So here we go, first application, and I'm just going to gently tamp it down with my fingers and then with a very soft brush. And at this stage I'm not going to burnish it any further than that. I'm literally just going to get the real gold onto the whole surface, and then the oil-based size does actually dry hard, so I want to leave it at least a few hours so it goes hard, and then when I come to buff it, and polish it, it's going to be very secure, and there's no risk of it going matte or the size being too wet. So as we start to build up the leaf application, we slightly overlap the sheets, as we always do, because that's going to minimize the risk of any gapping. And what you will find is that with the transfer technique, all the excess gold leaf is stuck to the paper. And if you see any areas that haven't been stuck, you can just repress the wax and the wet size will pick it up and fill in those holes. What you can also do, using the cushion and the gilder's knife, you can cut a sheet down to roughly a good size so that you get less wastage. So if you look here, I'm just trying to make a smaller rectangle so that I can fill in a section, and I'm feeling quite proud of myself that I am doing this, and much more relaxed now that I'm into it and actually enjoying it so much. One of the reasons that I really wanted to try this is because I wondered whether if we have a warmer undertone for our real gold leaf, would that give us less anxiety during our application? Because as I say, the real gold leaf sheets are just so precious. At this stage I'm feeling quite confident because any gaps I feel, will just show through imitation golds. But what I'm not quite sure about is how the two might interact, because obviously there's a big difference in colour. Anyway, let's keep going and see what happens. So, gold leaf application successfully applied to the front surface of the panel. And what I can do now, as I mentioned, you're going to have all these little excess pieces stuck to your wax paper. And I can look and see if there's any sort of gaps, and I can just start to see if I can fill those in. Which is incredible really, because if it was loose leaf, the real gold that had been brushed away would literally dissolve into sort of minute, delicate pieces, which would be virtually unusable. And now that I'm feeling so confident, I'm going to cut myself some nice little rectangles, and I'm going to work my way around the sides of the panel and cover those entirely with gold as well. So I left my gleaming gold panel to dry overnight. In fact, I dreamt about it. So I got up nice and early, and I've come to just brush away the excess gold leaf with this very soft mop brush. And what you'll find, because of the transfer technique, is that there's actually very little to brush away, but you can see how entirely delicate the pieces are that do dissolve as I brush them. Now I'm going to use my white cotton glove, which is brilliant for burnishing and just melding those sheets together. And also you can use a small piece of cotton wool. So as I'm doing this, my pure joy is starting to turn into slight anxiety, because I'm noticing some things and we need to talk about them. The more I burnish, sadly I'm starting to pick up some minor imperfections from the underneath. So can you see there's a sort of radial brush strokes coming out from the center? So that must be from where I applied the sealant. Also, there's a few areas that are gapping, so I'm just going to tap in these little pieces and see if they stick. Starting to feel a little bit sad, but anyway, let's keep going. As you can see, the color of the real gold is just divine. I love it so much, and it changes entirely depending on the direction you're looking at it. But unfortunately, it's so ultra delicate that it is picking up various little problems and experimentations, you know. Sometimes they go right, sometimes they go wrong. I'm going to do some artwork on this panel which is going to disguise some of the imperfections, and whilst I'm doing that, I'm going to talk through my thoughts on whether this experiment should be repeated or not. Okay, let's kick back and relax whilst I paint this gorgeous little fawn on the gold leaf, and I'm going to show you some techniques so that you don't go and spoil your gold leaf by drawing on it without knowing exactly what you're doing. And I'm going to paint it in acrylics, and I'm going to use my artwork to disguise some of the mistakes that have occurred on the panel. So let's gather our thoughts and discuss whether this experiment needs to be tried again. You know, for a lot of this process, I was absolutely convinced that this was going to be a game changer. Putting a very expensive layer of real gold over a much less expensive imitation. But when it came to the buffing stage, everything became crystal clear to me. And I guess my overriding feeling is that this whole process just has too much room for error. And we are just kind of expecting all these different substrates to work together. And I honestly don't believe it has worked. In places, the gold is a slightly different color, so maybe the imitation is showing through in places. And as we saw before, it has picked up so much of the imperfections. And as you know from, if you've watched my previous videos, with imitation leaf, it is relatively easy to practice and get a really perfect result. So actually, it's inspired me to really be braver again and learn more about gilding with real gold, and take another wooden panel and do the whole process in the traditional way with all the traditional tools and surfaces, and then I want to compare side by side. So I've enjoyed the experiment, and I'm glad that I've done it because it's been bugging me for a while, and obviously some of you as well. And you know, I have ended up with a really lovely little piece. So if you've gotten this far, thank you very much. I really appreciate you. And, you know, subscribe, press the bell, because sooner or later I will be back to working with real gold. But in the meantime, I'll be creating more gorgeousness with imitation leaf. Look forward to seeing you soon. Bye.